Hello, it's good to have you back on my channel, and today we'll be sewing this lady's pants with pockets, and I know you will find it interesting. Kindly like this video, share with your friends, and ensure to subscribe to my channel, after which you click the bell icon which will notify you each time I post a new video. Let's go straight into the video. This video is the last part of our trouser tutorials. We've done a previous one on the cutting of this trouser with the link in description, and we've also done one on the sewing of the zipper fly, okay, and the link is also on the description of this video. Now we're going to be sewing up all the components, okay. So to begin with, we're going to be doing the pockets first, okay. If you saw the video of the cutting, you will see how the pocket was cut out, okay, and the link is on the description. Now we're going to be fixing up the pockets on the front pattern, okay. To do this, we need to cut out the marked parts which we marked for our pockets. This has already been done on the cutting video, okay. Try and see that video so that you will understand how we got to this point. For the pocket patterns, I've replaced the outer parts, okay. You just like adding 1 inch to the part we cut out, okay, from the side of the front pattern. Now this part you cut out here, you just add 1 inch to it and use it to replace the lightweight fabric we cut out for the pocket, okay. So once you sew that point, you're going to do a top stitch. This is because the pocket requires lightweight fabric, so it doesn't look very busy on the pocket side. You understand what I mean? So the lightweight will be on this part, while the main fabric you're using for your trousers will be on the outer part. I hope this makes sense. Now we're going to be attaching that to our pocket of the front pattern. To do this, you need to sew this part first, okay. So you're going to sew this on that point, and you're going to sew the second one as well on that point. Once you've sewn that, you turn it in and do an under stitch. You can also do a top stitch if you wish. The stitch should be facing the in pocket. After sewing this and making your under stitch, you just fix the other part of your pocket, okay. So you just turn it in like so, and you're going to place this other part on this point, okay. Then you do same on the other pocket. Then you pin that in place. Ensure to pin only on the pocket pattern and not your main pant, okay. So once you've pinned that like so, you just have to sew on that edge and on this one as well. Just sew on the edge. So now our pockets are ready, and we're going to move over to the back pattern, okay. So this is what your pockets should look like when you've done all this. So we're going to move over to our back pattern. To work on the back pattern, we need to sew our darts, okay, on the points we marked like so. We're going to be sewing that first, after which we will sew our back crotch. Next up, we're going to align the front and back pattern, and we're going to be sewing the side seam now. Next, the inseam. While sewing this, you can use your tape to confirm that the ankle measurement is correct, as well as the knee and the around the thigh measurements. You can always confirm this with your tape while you sew, okay? Also, ensure to pin the front and the back crotch together while sewing. Next, we're going to be folding the hem from the point we marked, okay? So that's the full length of our pants. And we're going to be folding from that point. Like so. Then once you fold it, you're going to iron it in place, okay? So when you iron that, you're going to also fold 1/4 of an inch or so in, like so. Then you're going to hem it. You can either use English hem or just run your straight stitch on this point to hem the pants. Just ensure that the side seams are ironed down, they are relaxed like so. Okay, you open up the seam and iron it. It's very important to overlock the edges of your pants before doing this, so that it will give you a very clean finish. As you can see, it's already fraying. Okay, so if you overlock it neatly, you will have a very clean finish. So once you've overlocked that, you're going to spread out the allowance in the inseam and iron out the seams. Then fold at this point and fold again with your 1/4 of an inch, placing it on that point. Okay, ensure it aligns properly on that seam line. Then you're going to run your straight stitch around the hem. Next will be the waistband. Okay, so this is my waistband that I've already cut out. I used the pattern I drafted. The link to that pattern drafting is also on the description of this video, so you can always refer to that. So to sew up our waistband, we'll just sew the waistline. That's after fusing your interfacing on both patterns. That's the main fabric and the facing. You fuse your interfacing on them, then you sew on the waistline here. Then you also sew on the two front patterns. You're going to be sewing up like that. Then we'll align the sides of all 3 patterns, okay, and sew on this side. Just watch me and see how I do this. So my waistband is almost ready to be attached to the pants. What I did was to join up the front to the back pattern, and I did an understitch on the facing pattern, okay. So I also had to sew the front closure allowance at that point and turn them inside out. Then ironed my seam allowance in and align them like so, okay. So that's basically what I've done here. So now it's time to fix this on my pant, and to do this we just fold our waistband into 2. Then we're going to pin this point to our center back. We'll start with the facing, okay. So align that at the center back like so. Then you pin up the facing. The facing is just the inner piece of this waistband. So you pin that in place and you pin it all around the waistline. Next up, we'll sew on the points we pinned. Next, you turn the waistband the other way, okay? At this point, you've already sewn the facing to your pants. Okay, so that's it. That's what it will look like. So next, you have to turn the waistband the other way. You're going to do a top stitch. Okay, so that's the front part of our waistband. So just do a top stitch at this point, sewing very close to this edge where we folded in our allowance. Okay, so just sew close to this end around the waistline. Our pant is now almost ready, as you can see. So the waistband has been neatly done. So that's our zipper, and this is the overlap allowance for your closure. So now you attach your hook or button or whatever closure you need on the waistband. Okay, so that's just it for this pants tutorial. So these are our pockets. So I hope this tutorial was interesting. Okay, give this video a thumbs up, okay, and join me in my next video. Ensure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Bye.